Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a fun get ready with me. We are going to be trying to duplicate a look from Eldridge. She did a soft kind of smoky brown eye. So we're going to try to duplicate that. Just know, yep, I am just a makeup enthusiast, not a makeup artist, but you know what? We might as well have fun today. I also picked out a few things from my stash that I wanted to use since they have been neglected, as well as a few other fun new things. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this look, little easy smoky brown eye, a little bit of a bronze going on today, then let's go ahead and get started. We need to put some makeup on this face. We're gonna start with a little lip scrub, and this is from SARA Hap. And this one is the confetti cake one. And if you guys have not tried this, pretty amazing. Just gonna prep my lips just a little bit. It has a little bit of exfoliation and a little tinge to kind of plump up your lips. So we're just gonna kind of, you guys, it literally tastes like confetti cake. So this is really cute. So we got a little confetti cake going on because we both know I'm not really gonna eat that in life, so I'm gonna enjoy it on my lips. And then I thought for foundation, I pulled out one that I loved but haven't used in a long time. This is from Guerlain, and I'm gonna try not to butcher the name, but it is the Par Gold, and I have it in shade 2. And for some reason, this shade seems to be like my best match ever, but this again does have fragrance in the foundation. All Guerlain products do, but I do love this one. So I thought, you know what? We'll bring it out today, use that. I've just prepped my skin with my normal routine, ending with my SPF, and we are just going to dab this on to the skin. I was laughing, I'm like, I need to pull out some of my foundations and use them. And something fun is showing up today. So we'll have another foundation to play with soon. Then I'm gonna take this little super sponge here and I'm gonna use the bottom of this, and then we are just gonna kind of sheer this out. So this foundation is super nice. It's got more high coverage, which I like. If I sheer it out a bit, this is not one that's gonna look cakey on the skin. It's actually quite lovely. And then this is one that I like to pull out for days when I want my skin to look a little bit more flawless, or if I'm going to a special event and I want kind of like more high coverage, then I'm gonna pull this guy out. It is quite lovely. And this is one that you can get at Selfridges. Okay, we've got a little bit of a base on, and then I'm gonna actually use the SISLEY. This is the Lumiere pen, and we're gonna use that underneath the eyes just to brighten up a bit. This is another one of my faves that I haven't brought out in a while, and this is a fantastic little brightening pen, and I tend to like to go right in those kind of sockets and then bring this out. Just a little bit of highlight kind of lifting on the eye. And for some reason, I have been getting up at 4 a.m. each day. I don't know why, and I don't like that. I'm gonna take my ring fingers and just sort of tap that in, lightening up. Gonna tap it on top of my lids to give it a little base for shadow. And can you guys see, I don't know if you can see on camera, but it just sort of lightens up. It's not going to give me a ton of like coverage, but it's going to give me a little brightness, which I really enjoy. And again, I'm just not someone who wants to put a ton of concealer right in my wrinkle area. So this one works fantastic for kind of illuminating underneath the eye. Okay guys, we're gonna let that kind of just sink into the skin, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to eyes. So the other day, one of you lovely subscribers sent me a little video from Eldridge, who did a kind of really nice smoky brown eye. So I was gonna try to recreate a little bit of that look. Just know I am not a makeup artist. I am just a makeup enthusiast, but she did have just a few simple things that I have in my stash that she used that I thought, you know what, let me try this. And she, I believe, was using the Mercier Caviar stick, and this one is in Cocoa. So this is one that I love to use for a quick, easy eye any day. You can use this kind of like a little base before putting on other shadow, and then the rest of the shadow will just kind of stay on. I have several of these Caviar sticks, love them. So I'm going to use this close to my lash line and then a little bit here underneath my eye, and then we're going to smudge it out a little bit. By the way, this is sort of like a one-stop shop. You can just use this, and then if you want, I will sometimes just put a little bronzer in my crease. So we'll play around. Just gonna start closer to the lash line. And I like to just do one eye at a time because these do dry down a bit. And then I'm gonna take the edge of my Caviar stick. Don't worry, this is why you do it quickly, because you have some time to smudge it out. So I'm going to take my little Chanel blender shader, and I'm just going to quickly kind of give this a smudge out. Okay, so we have smoked out one eye, put a little base. Don't be scared if it looks a little bit deep. Then we are going to go on to the other eye real quick. Just trying to get super close to that, not too smudgy on the bottom. Just taking the edge here. Don't worry, we can clean up with a little concealer underneath the eyes. So then after she did the base of just sort of a little cocoa kind of shade, then she went into a caramel toned shade, which I thought, of course, I'm gonna pull this guy out because it's gonna be the perfect kind of caramely kind of palette. And I'm gonna use Suntan, sort of a nice little neutral shade. I'm just gonna take any excess off my brush. I am using the Refer number 15, kind of a fluffy brush. And then I'm just gonna place a little bit of that in that crease. And this just softens it and gives it a little bit of warmth to the eye. Okay guys, we are going to use a little bit of my favorite brown eyeliner, and this is Brune Agape. It's sort of a chestnutty brown, and I'm just going to just intensify just near the lash line to give myself a little bit more definition towards that base. Kind of trying to go through right in between those lashes. And then just a little bit down the base here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that shade I used in my crease here. And I'm just going to run a little bit underneath the lash line to make everything a little bit kind of cohesive here. We'll just soften that up a bit. That shade is Suntan. Okay guys, just a super easy kind of soft smoky brown eye. Okay, we're having a quick little Satchmo break. She's actually being a little bit of a monster. So, she's in the timeout box right now. Okay, we're gonna leave the eyes like this for now. I know I'm gonna put a teeny bit of highlighter on my lid, but we'll do that in a minute. And I'm gonna go ahead, curl my lashes, put on mascara, have my daughter do my brows, and then I'll be right back. For powder, I'm actually gonna be using this one from Guerlain, and this may have been limited edition. I bought it when I bought this, and I thought, you know what, we need to use some of this stuff. This is the Lumiere door, and I'm just gonna kind of take this just like this. We're gonna just set the makeup just a little bit with this kind of illuminating powder. I don't remember being completely blown away by this powder at all, so it has been sitting in the back of a drawer. So I thought, you know what, let's just use it today. Give it a little second chance. Then we are going to be using a Dior bronzer. This is the Sun-Kissed Healthy Glow, and this one is in Deep Golden, number 4. This is so pretty. It's kind of like a blush and a bronzer all in one, but we can add a little bit more blush if we need it. And I'm just going to take my Sonia G Sculpt one, and we're going to warm up the skin, and you'll see it just is going to give me a super kind of natural glow. I am gonna fake it that I'm actually getting a little bit of sun. I love this one. I don't think I pull it out enough, but Guerlain is known for their bronzers, and this is a beautiful one. Then for highlighter, I brought out my favorite ever, and I think this is still available. This is from the Chanel Holiday Collection. This is the one in Metal Peach. And you guys, this is when I actually fell in love with highlighter. I just think this one is gorgeous. And I'm going to be using the Wayne Goss, this brush here. And we're just going to put a little bit on the tops of my cheeks. Just a nice little natural kind of highlight. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my finger in here. We're just going to add a little bit of that just right above my eye, just to lighten that up, just a little reflection. So pretty. This is so pretty on the eyes. I'm just taking what I have left on my hand, on my finger, and I'm just putting it a little bit in that brow bone. Okay, we've got face on, and then for lips, I'm going to be using a new Tom Ford Lippy. This is one of the new Ultra Shine lipsticks. So I'm a huge fan of this formula. You guys probably know I love those kind of hybrid lipsticks that are kind of like a gloss and a lipstick. This falls right into that. And again, I need to show these a little bit more on my channel because these are fabulous. They're often in my purse and I just need to remember this. So this color is one of the new ones and it's just so gorgeous. So I'm probably gonna butcher the name, so I think I'll just flash it up here. This is described as a neutral ash pink. And you guys, this is just right up my alley, as you can see. And can you see how glossy that is? So pretty. I'm going to slightly line my lips, and I am going to be using Victoria Beckham in number 3. And I'm just going to my lips feel really soft from that little SARA Hap little exfoliator. All you do is you just kind of rub it in, and it just makes your lips nice and moisturized and soft. Then let's put this guy on. To me, this is just such a happy color. I feel like it livens up my complexion just a tad. And then to finish off, then to set the makeup, I am going to be using Chantecaille. This is the Eau de Rose Pure Rose Water. I always have this, I often forget to show this on camera. So just going to take a little bit of a spritz here. Give me a little uplift, and this will just kind of take away any powdery residue. Okay, we've got our full face on. Then I thought I would finish off the day with fragrance. And I was recently asked if I like Chanel Beige. This is from the Les Exclusifs line. And you guys, I have been on the fence about wanting to get a full bottle of this. So yes, I do really enjoy beige. Put a little bit on. This is one of these kind of easy, uplifting kind of scents. I think it has a little classy touch to it, a little bit of Chanel. It doesn't quite have as much of the Chanel DNA as some of the others. To me, this totally reminds me of Johnson's baby shampoo. So I know that could be a negative for some, but it brings back a bunch of memories for me, kind of like the 90s. And it just has that kind of clean but feminine, fun, a little bit flirty. This is not going to be an offensive kind of perfume. Yes, that it can be perfect on a warm summer hot day. It definitely has a honeyed kind of dry down to it, which I just really love. So this is a good one, and yes, I think it might be full bottle worthy. If you have it, let me know. This is the full face today. So excited to be kind of back on my game. I've got some new fun videos coming your way. Stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.